Since 1968, the Private Education Assistance Committee, or PEAC, trustee of the Fund for Assistance to Private Education, has been an effective partner of government and the private education sector in operationalizing the complementarity between private and public schools towards an integrated Philippine education system that will benefit the Filipino learners. In recognition of the valuable contribution of the private education sector to the country's development, the Fund for Assistance to Private Education, or FAPE, a permanent and irrevocable trust fund for the programs of assistance to private education, was established on November 5, 1968 through Executive Order 156, Series of 1968, which also constituted the PEAC. The PEAC is composed of the Secretary of the Department of Education as the ex officio chair and a representative each from the National Economic Development Authority, Catholic Educational Association of the Philippines, Philippine Association of Colleges and Universities, and Association of Christian Schools, Colleges, and Universities. For the development of private education in the country, the PEAC fulfills its roles as funder, advocate, partner, and enabler. A national secretariat headed by an executive director implements the policies, programs, and initiatives of the PEAC for private education. The PEAC is also present in 16 regions through its regional secretariats. Presidents of credible private educational institutions and associations in the regions are invited by the PEAC to become regional program directors and to host the regional secretariats in their respective institutions. The regional program directors designate regional program coordinators for the day-to-day operations of the regional secretariats. To ensure the growth of FAPE and its other funds, the PEAC constituted an investment advisory group and has engaged external fund managers whose performance is reviewed regularly. The PEAC has also provided assistance to public policy development and advocacy initiatives that support the improvement and sustainability of the private education sector. It worked with the sector for the passage of a landmark piece of legislation that is anchored on the principle of complementarity in the Philippine education system, which the Philippine Constitution has long recognized. In 1989, Republic Act No. 6728, or the Government Assistance to Students and Teachers in Private Education, or GASPE, was legislated. GASPE, which was amended by Republic Act No. 8545 in 1998, institutionalized government assistance to private education in the country. The PEAC was involved in the development of the Education Service Contracting, or ESC, one of the programs identified by the GASPE law, from piloting a scheme which was a precursor to the ESC in 1982 to 1986, to implementing the ESC in 1986 to 1991, and from 1996 up to the present. Given the track record of the PEAC in program management, the Department of Education continues to contract the PEAC to co-implement the ESC, the In-Service Training or INSET, and thereafter the Senior High School Voucher Program when Republic Act 10533 expanded the beneficiaries of DepEd's GASPE program to learners in grades 11 and 12. The PEAC has the following responsibilities in the GASPE program: orientation for participating schools, certification of ESC schools, SHS voucher application, processing of billing statements, monitoring, resolving cases of schools with adverse findings, regular meetings and consultations with stakeholders, research and data gathering, and in-service training for junior high school and senior high school administrators and teachers. The Commission on Higher Education and UNIFAS Board also engaged the PEAC to co-implement the Tertiary Education Subsidy, or TES program for private higher education institutions in academic year 2019 to 2020. The TES is one of the programs under Republic Act No. 10931, or the Universal Access to Quality Tertiary Education Act. The PEAC is accredited as a continuing professional development provider by the Professional Regulation Commission. Training programs designed and implemented by the PEAC have been awarded CPD credit units by the PRC, which participants can use for the renewal of their professional licenses. It also supports research that will help the private education sector improve educational delivery and its implementation of government subsidy programs at the school level. The efficiency of the PEAC to implement programs on a national scale is further strengthened with its development and management of systems to handle various processes: Enterprise Information System, Information Management System, Voucher Management System, Online Voucher Application Portal, Certification System, Program Monitoring System, Training and Development System, and TES Management System. The PEAC also implements its own programs for the private education sector, the assistance to programs and initiatives to reform education for private educational associations, the research for school improvement towards excellence for private school administrators and teachers writing their thesis and dissertation, the dissemination assistance to research in education for school administrators and faculty members who will present their papers in international conferences abroad, the Leading for Educational Achievement Program for private schools working on their areas for improvement towards PEAC certification, the Rethinking Education Championing and Accelerating School Transformation for private schools making the transition to online learning, the Philippine Education Research Journal for decision makers, policymakers, and practitioners in education, and the Philippine Education Conference and the PEAC Educational Leadership Series, or LEADER, for school leaders and other training programs that address the needs of the sector. Recognizing the efficiency, diversity, and innovativeness of the private schools in achieving quality in Philippine education, the PEAC is committed to promoting private education as an integral part of our education system.
Bayang magiliw, perlas ng silanganan, alab ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, duyan ka ng magiting, sa manlulupig, di ka pasisiil, sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong bughaw, may dilag ang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang kislap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagniningning, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pa may di magdidilim. Lupa ng araw ng luwalhati pagsinta, buhay ay langit sa piling mo. Aming ligaya na pag may mang-aapi, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Let us remember that we are in the most holy presence of our God. O Divine Father, for your love and grace higher than the heavens, and for your glory that shrouds the earth, we bring you our gratitude and admiration as your joyful children. Today, as we celebrate our dear teachers and pay reverence to their humility and hard work, we ask your light to shine on their paths as mentors, guides, and inspirations to the generations they touch and to the society they build. Guide them as they uphold their sacred responsibility of nurturing young minds, instilling love for learning, and molding compassionate and responsible citizens. Grant them fortitude as they exemplify integrity and kindness in all their actions, as role models of the community and as agents of respect and empathy. Direct their profound impact to shape great doers and thinkers in service to your will. Amen.
Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Good morning to everyone. We're very excited on the second day of Leader 8 because we have for this morning a topic that excites all of us actually. Professional Branding 101 for Teachers. As teachers, tayong lahat dito, marami sa atin guro. How do we want to be remembered by our students and the school community? I remember when I was teaching in Saints Co, Manila, ang tawag sa akin ng mga estudyante, si Kilay. Dahil ang taas daw ng kilay ko. But because I was a physics teacher, some also called it a parabolic eyebrow. So, kind of more physics to it. In this session, we shall discuss professional branding, the mark around one's name or career, and how teachers can shape the public's perception about themselves. So this really, really very exciting, and I will not, take long in introducing what this session is all about because I really want more time with our resource person, our guest, our friend from the Ateneo de Manila University, Ms. Matek, Maria Teresa de Villanueva, or Matek, is a marketing and advertising veteran whose career spans over 35 years, handling the branding, marketing needs of local and international leader brands. She earned her bachelor's degree in business administration at Maryknoll College and is a candidate for Master of Arts in Anthropology at the Ateneo de Manila University. That's interesting, huh? Anthro and how it influences the brand. There is a connectedness there. Ms. Matek is currently the Director for Marketing and Communications at the Ateneo de Manila University. I was telling her earlier this morning, pinapanood ko siya sa Facts First with Christian Esguerra. Nung naisip ko, pwede to para sa ating mga teachers on National Teachers Month. And we wanted it to be part of Leader so that everyone can view this from Visayas, from Mindanao, kasi medyo itong guest natin, medyo mahirap dalahin kung saan-saan because one of the best and brightest lights in the advertising and marketing industry. Without further ado, Ms. Matek Villanueva.
Good. Salamat, Doris. You are very kind with your compliments. Let me share my screens para makapag-umpisa na po tayo. Okay. There. Okay. So, good morning, everyone. I am so excited to do this. When Doris sent the Viber message a couple of weeks ago, sabi niya, Matek, would you love to do this? Yes, I would. And thank you for the very kind introduction. But I have a habit of liking introducing myself as well. I hope this is my way of trying to connect with you people, with the audience. So yes, my name is Matek Villanueva, and yes, ito hindi alam ni Doris. My first job out of college I was a high school teacher. Yes, I was. But I only lasted 2 years. Kasi after 2 years, na-realize ko na totoo pala siyang vocation. Diba kasi mahina na yung economics, wala pa akong love life. Kasi sa Maryknoll ako nagturo, so sabi ko, okay, maybe not. So I moved on. But I kept teaching afterwards, and I did while I was in the professional world. So again, Doris is correct. I've been doing this for the last 35 years. And actually, I retired from doing advertising in 2016 to live a quieter life. And so I thought, diba? So what I did was I did a couple of consultancy works. Actually, I was already teaching college. I was teaching here in Ateneo, but I took on more classes. And then after a couple of, almost 2 years of doing it, I unretired myself in 2019 because I just got bored. Okay. And so there was an opening for, kasi may nagsabi sa akin, naghahanap sila ng marketing director sa Pamantasan, may kilala ka ba? Sabi ko, may age cap ba? Sabi nila, wala. So pwedeng matanda. Sabi nila, oo. Sabi ko, pwede ba ako mag-apply? So after almost over 30 years of not, job hunting, nakapag-apply ako. I submitted my resume and everything. Sa awa naman ng Diyos, tanggap po ako. So now I'm here. I think I found my Camelot, and I'm very happy where I am right now. Mabait po Diyos. He led me to Ateneo. But you know what I realized after all these years? I will forever be a teacher. And I am so proud of it. Talagang I think doon ako, yun talaga ang calling ko. Maski saan mo kilagay, kay marketing ako, advertising ako, bumabalik ako sa pagtuturo. Okay, so when Doris asked me to talk about professional branding, alam nyo, I cannot discuss this in detail. I cannot discuss this unless I'm able to talk first about marketing. Kasi nanggagaling kasi yung konsepto ng branding sa marketing. Okay? So, very briefly, para lang maanuhan natin. So, ano ba talaga itong creature na tinatawag nating marketing, di ba? So, first, I will start off with what marketing is not. Kasi maraming misconceptions kung ano ang marketing. So, unang-una, marketing is not a fancy word for selling. Kasi kadalasan, you always hear that term, marketing and sales. So, kala nila pag nag-marketing, pag nagbenta ka, marketing yan. Hindi po. Not necessarily so, okay? Also, marketing and advertising, kadalasan natin naririnig yan. It is not synonymous, it's not one and the same, they're not interchangeable. Okay? So, hindi siya sales. So, marketing ay tumutulong ang sales at nagtutulungan ng advertising market, pero hindi marketing ang sales, hindi marketing ang advertising. So, having said that, ano ba itong marketing? Okay. So very quick lang to. Marketing is really a process. So it's a set of tasks, okay, that is done, that is undertaken, okay, by organizations. They can be corporations. They can be NGOs, okay? Or not just organizations, but even people, okay? So it's a process, composed of a series of tasks undertaken by corporations, organizations, and people with what end goal in mind? Ano yung patutunguhan? Ano yung end goal ng prosesong to? It is to create value. Diba? Yung gumawa ka ng isang bagay, isang serbisyo, isang konsepto, isang pananaw na may halaga. Okay? So it's something of value. Why do organizations and corporations, even people, go through this process of creating value? That's because at the end of it, they want an exchange to happen. Value for value. Gumagawa ka na may halaga kasi merong kang gustong bagay, okay, na may halaga rin. And you're willing to have that exchange to happen. Now, kadalasan it's all about buying. So, bakit ba naghahanap ang tao ng magkaroon ng exchange? Why do people look for a transaction? It's not just about simply buying, di ba? Parang lang kasi gusto ko siya, di ba? Makabili lang. People buy or people engage in this transaction or exchange of values primarily because meron silang pangangailangan. They have a need, they have a want that is either not being served, or even if it's being served, it's not being served as well as they wish it could. And therefore, they look for somebody or some groups out there who can satisfy those needs and wants. Okay? Now, so ang pinakamaganda talaga mangyari between yung nagpo-provide at yung nangangailangan is magkita silang dalawa. In the middle, wherein what you want, okay, what you provide is exactly what they want. Pag nagkita kasi yon, pareho silang panalo. Kasi they are able to engage in that exchange and are both happy with the value they got from each other. Ngayon, punta naman tayo dun sa ano. So ayun yung marketing. Ano siya? Proseso siya para ka makagawa ka ng may bagay o serbisyo may kahalagahan. So how do you create value? Sa marketing, we create value using the following: product, price, place or outlets, and promotion or communication. Okay? Commonly called the 4Ps, or what we call the marketing mix. Ito yung mga bagay na ginagamit naming mga marketers o ng mga marketers, yung mga binibilhan nyo ng mga produkto at hiningan nyo ng serbisyo, ginagamit nila, okay, very basic, to strategize to come up with what they offer. That's how they create value. Okay? And when they create that value, they house it or they put it under this construct or this concept called the brand. Okay? So yung may halagang ginawa, so pinagsama-sama nila yung product, price, place, promotion, di ba? Hinalo-halo nila yon, okay? Pinagsama-sama nila, binuo nila, tapos nilagay nila sa isang brand. Ano ba yung brand? It's a name. It's an icon. Parang yung swish ng Nike or yung, golden arch ng McDonald's. It's a name. It's a symbol, it's an icon. It's also an experience, okay? And once you put together all this name, icon, symbol, experience together, hopefully, and you've done a good job, good or bad job, it can result to what you call your reputation. Okay? Now, ano ba yung saysay ng brand? Bakit may brand? Dalawa ang objective ng brand. That is, first, it helps identify who you are. It's for identification. Diba? Hindi siya, soft drink. Diba? Pag nagpabili ka, bumili ka ng soft drink, ano sila tatanong sa'yo? Anong gusto mo? Coke, Pepsi, RC? Diba? So it identifies you. Why is that identification so critical? That's because it differentiates you. Bakit kailangan maiba ka? Hindi ka lang alam at kilala. Dapat kasi maraming pagpipilian. Di ba? Maraming gusto mo maliwanag kung alin ba talaga yung gusto mo. Kasi di ba nga, we said you engage in this transaction because you have a need and want that needs to be satisfied. So if you know what you want and you clearly are able to differentiate what you want, you're able to identify clearly that brand or that value that you want to avail of and that will satisfy your need. Now, at this point, yung mga ano po sa inyo, kung gusto man, I will invite some of you to turn on your cameras and your videos. Meron tayong short interaction. Sana po mapagbigyan ninyo ako. Sinong mga dyan? Okay? So, meron na po. Saling tayo. Mga 3 minutes lang to. Interaction tayo. Okay, I'll throw this question. I have this question for you. Sino po sa inyo ang nagbe-bake? Any bakers in the group? Yes, may nagbe-bake. Very good. May nagbe-bake. Yung iba, taga-kain lang ng cake? Yes? Cake lang ang gusto natin, hindi nagbe-bake. Meron? Mas marami ba yung they just like cake and not necessarily bake? Okay. Now, how many kinds of cakes do you know? Those of you, you may turn on your audio if you wish to answer. Okay naman kung walang camera. How many kinds of cakes do you know po? Okay, let me go through it, okay? So, there are actually a lot of cakes, diba? There's red velvet, there's black forest, there's cheesecake, diba? There are a lot of cakes. But what are the ingredients that you need to bake a cake? Actually, it's the same ingredients. It's flour, it's egg, it's sugar, it's butter, water, or milk. Diba? So many kinds of cakes using the same ingredients. Ganun yung marketing mix. Kung titingnan nyo, pareho lang yung basic product, price, place, promotion. My favorite example, soft drinks. Ano ba yung produkto? Sugared carbonated water. Diba? Saan binebenta? Pare-pareho silang binebentahan. Halos malalapit lang ang presyo. Hindi naman kalayo, pero may malapit, di ba? Ano yung promotion? They say the same, celebration, kind, and all that. So many kinds of cakes using the same ingredients. So how does that work? Diba? Despite having the same ingredients, how come you're able to come up with different types of cakes? Despite having the same product, price, place, promotion, you're able to come up with different brands. That is done simply, the answer to that is, it's all in the mix. Okay? Nasa paghalo ng ginagamit mong mix. Okay? So it's in the quality of the mix. It's in the portions of the mix. That's why, maski pareho sila ng sangkap, okay, in marketing, same product, naiiba pa rin yung brand. Dahil ang ginagamit nilang strategy ay sa paggamit ng mix. Okay, and why do we do that? Because you want to separate from the pack. You want to be distinct and unique. Because being distinct and unique has its values. Okay? So now that I hope I've framed the concept of branding, okay, to everyone. Let's go specific now to personal branding. Ano ba yung personal branding? Di ba sabi ko earlier, yung marketing, proseso yan na ginagamit ng korporasyon, organisasyon, ng tao. Okay? Ginagamit yan ng tao, mga tao. Okay? To create value. So what's personal branding? Dahil teacher po ako, if you notice by now, tagang hinihimay ko kasi, I think ganun tayo mga teacher, no? Hinihimay talaga natin. So it's still a process. Proseso pa rin siya, okay? So set of tasks that we do, that people do, okay? Very specific tasks that help define your image, okay? Yung likeness mo, okay? Your public persona. Why? Okay, well, your personal brand. Why? To influence and improve public perception. So, ladies and gentlemen, my co-teachers, we are all brands. Okay? Ako, here in Ateneo, ang brand ko, ako daw yung mataray na teacher. Pero, lahat naman sila gusto pumunta sa akin. So, I guess it's not a bad thing na, minsan may taray na that works. Okay? So, at least yung pumupunta sa akin, yung matatapang, di ba? Hindi natatakot sa mataray. So, this personal branding. So, what's professional branding? Okay, it's actually related. It's very much personal branding. What's the only difference? Not only does it improve and does not only improve your public perception of you, but it directly impacts on your career and your profession. Okay? Diretso ang tama sa inyong career, sa inyong pagkaguro. Okay? Yung profession nyo as teachers. Okay? Now, why is it so important? Okay? Well, why not? It helps you advance your career. Nothing wrong with that. Diba? As teachers, the last thing we want to be is to stay stagnant. The last thing we want to be is to stay still where we started. So it helps advance our career. It helps achieve your professional goals. Okay? Kasi nga, it's a process wherein it defines and nurtures. Anything that nurtures you, okay, the point is always to allow you to grow. Okay? And it aids in your professional growth. Why not? Diba? Of course, we love teaching, we love the kids, we love, and all this other stuff, but What's in it for us? It's for our professional growth. We all have dreams and ambitions. Why not? And we should take charge of that. Diba? Hindi po dapat tayo mahiya na embrace it and be good at it. I mean, we cannot teach kids to, to dream and go for their dreams, and we don't, okay? So we go for that. So how do you start? Diba? Where do you start with this process of professional branding, with this branding yourself? Diba? Saan tayo mag-uumpisa? Well, let's start with your professional goals. Diba? Some of you probably have never thought about it na, saan ko gusto nga ba mag-ending dito? Ano ba yung gusto kong tumbukin? Diba? Now, even in marketing, is every time we do a marketing plan, or every time here, even in Ateneo, when they consult us and say, "Oh, Matic, I want to do this. I want to do this project or whatever." Unang tanong, ano objective mo? Una, anong objective mo? Pangalawa, sinong kausap mo? Okay? Kasi remember, you're creating that value not for yourself, but for your target audience. Why? Because gusto nga mangyari yung makita nila yung halaga mo eh. Kasi pag nakita nila yung halaga mo, they give it back to you to the reputation, okay, that you create, and that reputation becomes word of mouth. Diba? Yun yung kumakalat, okay? So what are your professional goals? In marketing, when you do goal setting, there are actually three levels. There's a long term, where you want, and the question you ask is, where do you want to be 5-10 years from now? Mahaba-haba ang runway. Medyo pag-iisipan natin na, gusto ko ba maging superintendent? Gusto ko ba may eskwela na ako? Gusto ko ba maging principal? You put these things together, or may doctorate na ako. So you put that in context. Of course, when there's a long term, there's a medium term. And the question you ask yourself is, where do you need to be in the next 3 years, okay, to help you achieve your long term? Hindi naman kasi magkakahiwalay yan eh. Doing really solid goals is all about building blocks, di ba? Parang pyramid yan eh. Yung foundation, ilalagay mo, di ba? So and that's why you also have your short term. What are the things you need to do to start on the road to beating your medium and long-term goals? So, isipin nyo yan, okay? Maybe after this, think about it. Yung palayo muna, ano ba yung gusto nyo tumbukin na malayo? Tapos paatras, anong pwede nyong gawin? Diba? Kasi ang layo na, mas maganda layuan nyo yung tingin nyo, and then work your way backwards. Okay? Maybe I'll give this out as so. Yes, every time you do goal setting, dream big. Okay, sky's the limit. Suntok sa buwan, ba't ba hindi? Diba? And then based on those big dreams, you set your goals, and those goals will help you, identify the actions you want to take. So, I'll probably leave this for you to do late on your own, but you may want to write, after this session, you may want to write down the 1 to 3 long-term goals, and then the 1 to 3 medium goals that will support, okay, your long-term, and really the 1 to 3 short-term goals that will kick you off into your medium term. Don't worry, I'm going to give out notes, not the presentation, but notes para you can work on those, okay? And so, tingnan niyo yun, di ba? So, you start with goals. Maski anong marketing process, inuumpisan lagi yung saan mo gusto pumunta, saan mo gusto umending, okay? Oops. Okay. So, balik tayo sa marketing mix. Let's apply the concept of marketing mix sa personal branding, okay, o sa professional branding. Meron din siya marketing mix bilang pareho naman, pinanggagalingan nila is the same principle. Okay, it's the same. It's applicable. Okay. So ano yung marketing mix pag personal branding? Well, tingnan niyo yung personality niyo at yung pag-uugali niyo? What are your character? And what does this mean? What are your attitudes? What are your traits? Okay? This make you distinct Yung personalidad mo, yung pananaw mo, yung ugali mo. This make you different and distinct. Okay? So what are they? You need to identify them. Okay? You need to know what they are. Okay? Also important, you need to know your core values. They don't have to be long. They don't have to be a grocery list. It's really, what are your beliefs and convictions? Okay? What are your skills and experiences? Because your skills and experiences through the years, the skills you've developed through the years, actually, okay, this is your knowledge and practice will actually lead up to expertise. Okay? So like product, price, place, and promotion, gagamitin niyo yung personality, personality and character, yung core values ninyo, yung skills and experiences nyo, at yung expertise nyo, pagsasama-samahin nyo yan. Okay? And you will make a mix. Gagawa kayo ng kayo. You will now identify yourself, who you are, based on your personality and character, on your beliefs and convictions, your knowledge and practice, and your level of expertise. Okay? When you mix this together, okay, how do you now, ano ngayon yung strategy? Tinatawag namin sa marketing and strategy. Ano ngayon yung strategy na kailangan yung gamitin, okay, sa mix na to para makagawa kayo ng magandang persona o hindi man maganda pero yung akma, no, na professional brand ninyo. So it's not just okay, so meron akong persona, alam ko na yung ugali ko, alam ko na kung ano yung paniniwala ko, alam ko na kung saan ako magaling, okay, bilang teacher. Okay, anong gagawin ko dyan? Okay, paano ko siya magiging personal or professional brand? Okay, so unang-una, stay authentic. I know I said big dreams and all that, but you cannot be someone you're not. Okay? May mga ganun yun, di ba? You can be a better version of you now, but you cannot be someone you are not. So for example, tulad ko, likas akong madaldal, likas akong maingay. Pag sinabi lang matik tumahimik ka, hirap na hirap po ako. Talagang nakupo, dinudugo ako. Talagang ganun ako. So I try very hard, di ba? So what I just do, I stay authentic, but what I also do is I continuously self-improve. Okay? So, I try myself na, even if I already want to talk, I mentally remind myself, Matek, shut up and listen. Shut up. Yung mga pinipigilan ko siya. Because I know, okay, that as much as that's my reality, that's my personality, I also know it's not necessary. It's something that I can be better with. I mean, it's something that I use. It's something that is good for me, but it also sometimes is my bad side. So I continuously try to do a lot of self-improvement on those four things, diba? On your expertise, on your core values, and your core values and your what do you call this? Your personality. Okay? Guys, the reason we have a goal, okay? The reason we have a goal is so that you're guided to stay consistent. Minsan kasi, tao lang tayo, may makita tayo, ay parang mas maganda yun, parang gusto ko, wait, okay? Parang gusto ko isubukan yun, wait. Is it consistent with your goal? You have to stay on track. Remember, the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line, okay? Mas madali umabot from point A to point B kung hindi ka pasikot-sikot. Okay? Kung pwede lang, huwag kang pagpasikot. So you have to be consistent, you stay on track, and that's why you have the goal, okay? And you have this set of guides to help you. One thing very critical with professional branding, visibility. You have to put yourself out there. Sabi, hindi ba yan, parang papansin ka? Hindi. Paano ka makikilala? How will they know? How will they differentiate you? How will you become distinct and different when they don't see you? Okay? It's not that, sometimes kasi yung false humility, yung parang, tama ba yun? Hindi ba nakakahiya? again, and that's why, the idea of you need to know who you are, you need to be clear on what your values are, you need to be clear on what your expertise is, okay? And that's why doon mo iniikot yung visibility mo. Okay? Hindi ka laging start anywhere, di ba? So mali, but you need to be visible, you need to be seen. Okay? Now, the other thing that helps professional branding, so may visibility ka na, nakikita ka na doon. Dahil kung maganda ang visibility mo, you actually end up having a wider network. Why is a wide network good? Again, it's not just to give out there, it's also to take in. The wider your network, the better chance of you sharpening your expertise. Kasi may matututunan kang ibang bagay sa ibang tao. Alam naman natin yung bilang mga guro. Okay? So the networking helps you become, it helps in the continuous self-improvement. Kabit-kabit to ha, yung mga strategies na to, they're not mutually exclusive, di ba? They're actually integrated. Ito, I really need to say this. We need to dress the part. Okay? So kung ang vision mo ay visor, you have to look it. Walang, di ba? Paano ka magiging visible kung hindi ka na, sabi mo, ang ambisyon ko maging this far. People will have perceptions. Meron na kasing set perception of what this level looks like. Di ba? That's reality. That's how we are, di ba? That's human. So, meron ng set na pananaw kung, so for example, yung bang, like when I became CEO, when I was still with the corporate world, kasi nung ano lang ako, when I was supervisor, syempre pwede pa yung mga pa-sneaker, di ba? Pero nung naging CEO na ako, I was still wearing sneakers, pero medyo mahal na yung sneakers ko, di ba? Yung mga high-end na siya. Nag-aayos na ako. I couldn't go out there na, not fixed. I could not go out there na hindi ayos. I couldn't go out there na naka-t-shirt. I just couldn't do that because meron ng certain expectations from the level that I was already in. So if you want to be at that level, you need to dress and act the part. Okay? Now, all these things, okay, staying authentic, continuous self-improvement, being visible, doing the networking and dressing the part can be done and still be professional. How? You don't step, the values are clear. You don't step on other people, you do everything on your own merit, di ba? It's legit. So all of these strategies can be done, but please remember that it should be done in a very professional manner. Di ba? Walang personalan, trabaho lang to. So tinignan nila, sabi niya, ang hirap naman. Opo, mahirap po. Hindi po siya madali. But sabi nga natin, when something is good, it's worth doing because you know that the payback or the return investment, the return is actually good. Sabi nga ni William Arruda, who's a personal branding guru, personal branding is not about you alone, okay? It's about putting your stamp of value that you deliver to others. So ano yung stamp, ano yung ano yung halaga na maiiwan ninyo sa mga katrabaho ninyo, sa mga magulang, sa mga batang makakahalubilo nyo in your entire career. Okay? So it's putting that stamp, it's leaving that stamp on them and making that, for all you know, is going to make a difference. I'm sure once in your life, in your entire career, you got a message from one student said, alam mo ma'am, kung hindi dahil sa inyo, hindi ko to magagawa. Alam niyo sir, kung hindi dahil sa inyo, dahil kayo to, kayo ang nagturo sa akin dito. So, that's personal branding. Sabi nga ni Coco Chanel, the famous designer, in order to be irreplaceable, one must always be different. And that's another good reason to build your professional brand. At the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, do please invest in yourselves. because the returns are worth it. So with that, I will say, may the force be with you. And Doris, we can have that discussion now.
Thank you, Mate. That
Let
was.
me stop sharing. Yes, there.
Do we have any questions already from the chat? Wala pa daw questions, siguro dinadigest pa.
Napabilis ba? Sorry po, kung
Baka
masyadong.
nag-iisip sila, di ba?
Napamuni-muni
Right
ba?
now, they're already thinking about their own brands, no? Given the, the steps that you have identified.
Their goals, di ba? I wonder how many have actually thought of their goals and write it down.
Yeah, if you are in that direction, in my mind, no, I'm not very sure about this. But is this something that you probably have already thought about? Are Filipinos reflective people? Reflective ba tayo?
Pag napupukaw yung ano, I think when we're able to touch a chord, di ba? Pag yun yung tinatawag namin sa advertising. That's why we're in marketing and advertising. Very important sa amin yung insight. And that's the reason why, you're right, I took up Anthro. Kasi in marketing, pare-pareho lang naman yung mga produkto, di ba? Pero ang hinahanap mo is, paano ko ba siya kakalabitin? How do I touch the customer or the consumer so that, they find relevance in my offering? And yes, we are reflective. As actually, but it's one must be touched. Diba? Must be, well, yung ganon.
Parang aha, you need the
Oo,
aha.
oo. Yung aha moment. Minsan kasi we're also so busy, hindi natin naan yung aha. Diba? So, yeah.
Kasi kanina what you were saying about that you should start with your goals, but at the same time you also have to, you have to be authentic, you want to always move towards the best version of yourself, you never can all that. That's another thing, no? As I said, no, teachers probably are not thinking too much about that because one, they're so busy and probably not realizing nga talaga that unconsciously they've been building their brands.
Yes. They actually, and sayang, di ba, they've been building their brands. If they just pull back, di ba, and then think about it more consciously. And if they think about it more consciously, what can happen is they can actually put themselves on a track, di ba, and be more focused. And then actually, the idea of professional growth, baka nga mas spur yung professional growth nila eh. Kasi mas deliberate na, di ba, Doris? Hindi na yung bahala na si Batman kind of a thing na. Kasi minsan also, I think teachers are masyado tayong, I don't know if it's shy or too humble na sabihin, nagdagal ko ng sarili mong bangko. Kung magaling naman po, ba't naman po hindi natin i-share ang kagalingan, di ba? Because people are also looking for inspiration. For all you know, people are looking for a model. And that model can be you. Diba?
But two things, so ito, you were talking about, how authentic you should be authentic. And that you have to really identify your core values. No? But when you're a teacher kasi, you also teach a specific subject, right?
Yes.
And that subject also has a nature, right? For example, kung ikaw ay maingay at madaldal at mabiro, but you are going to teach calculus, right? It's like, parang hindi terno.
Hindi. Gawa mo. Actually, yun ang masayang teacher. Kasi, di ba, di ba, ang persona ng calculus ay boring, di ba? Ang persona ng calculus, oh my God, di ba? Pero, when you're a teacher na masayahin, di ba? You will it's natural na malalagyan mo ng personality mo yung ano eh. So, you know, you'll be surprised. Sometimes the kids come for your personality. Kids come to just see, to be inspired, to come see you and get and they'll find themselves surprised na masaya pala yung ano, masaya pala yung calculus. Di ba? So but it happens, di ba, na ano, nata-typecast ka, di ba? Pag math teacher ka, boring ka, di ba? Pag religion teacher ka, hindi ka kwela, di ba? Ang masaya lang yung PE, yung mga ganun, di ba? Or yung drama teacher, yung theater, or masaya lang yung art, di ba? Kasi ano sila, artistic, creative. Ay, hindi. Di ba? Hindi.
As long as you're authentic, as long as you
It's
know,
so-
it's not, it's not put on or,
And the kids can see through.
see through. Yes, I always say that they can see through. Right now, second thing about that core values, because this one very it's really something that I always talk about. Your values cannot resonate or should have to resonate with the values of the institution.
Yes.
Meaning your brand, should it resonate with the brand of your school as well?
Sana consistent. Sana consistent. Kasi kung hindi, gulo. Di ba? Kung hindi kayo pareho ng paniniwala, eh walang kamatayang bangyawan yan, di ba? It's like being married to the wrong person. Sorry for the analogy, pero it's like being married to the wrong person. It's, there's forever strife, there's forever disagree. And sometimes, baka yung disagreement is no longer, kasi may disagreement na productive eh. Di ba? Pero kung naggigigilan na kayo, it's not, ako, even when I was in the corporate world, simple lang yung prinsipyo ko eh. I never fight City Hall. If you don't have the same principle, bye. Ganun lang ako. Kasi, oh my God, Doris, di ba? Ang hirap na ng trabaho, tapos nabibwisis ka pa. Di ba nakakapangit yun? Pagod ka na, pangit ka pa. Ano ba? Di na lang, di ba?
Nothing going for you na, oo. Yeah, but you don't fight City Hall naman. I also have a flip side to that. Diba? What if it's really meant to transform? Or it's a counterculture, that you really are advocating?
Well, I will work my way up because at certain levels, you cannot make change happen. Fact of the matter, unless you're Andres Bonifacio, who's going to start a revolution, di ba? Change happens at a certain level. I mean, change that happens at a certain level. So if that's my point of view, again, I will work my way up. Yun ang goal ko. I will become this and this and this so that, at that point, I will be able to do it. But let's say I'm in the lower part of the food chain. Oh, ano ba, di ba? Sakit sa head. Wala lang, di ba? So what do? I go out, I build my expertise, and if if my conviction is that strong, babalik ako. Pero better, bigger, better. Di ba? With kasi at certain levels hindi ka papakinggan. I'm that way I'm very practical. That way I'm very practical, but I'm not gonna give up my conviction. Diba? I am not, if that has to happen.
Yeah. So it's clear to you, right? These are your convictions. You are in an institution which
Yeah.
there are improvements that will have to be done, and then you calibrate your actions.
Yes. Diba? It can still happen. It cannot be big probably at this point in time, diba? But I always say this to people. When they say, Matik, how do we do it? Kasi, it's ang hirap, hindi nakikinig. Sabi ko, I like little successes eh. Because nobody can argue with success. Di ba? Walang makikipag-away sa'yo pag winner eh. Di ba? Nanalo, tama eh. Di ba? Proof of the pudding eh. So I like little wins. Rather than fighting the dragon, I like the little wins. Because the little wins, prove a point.
Yeah.
Diba?
Atomic habits, huh? They will like
Diba? Exactly. So kasi that's why I like little wins. Kasi the little wins is it worked. So then you just keep quiet. It worked.
There is this comment from Sister Tita Villar. Thanks, Miss Mate. You've corrected my wrong notion of marketing. This
Oh.
session is very informative, formative, and transformative. Naku, si Sister talagang galing nung play on words niya. Informative, formative, and
Oh,
transformative.
Nag-marketing na si sister.
Yes, your presentation is easy to understand because you made it very simple. Yeah, I completely agree with that, Matek. It was very, very simple, straightforward, and yet makes you think, no? Kumbaga, brand mo ba yan? Parang walang arte. Is that your brand? That's your brand.
Yeah, that's my brand. At saka my brand, this is my brand as a teacher. Kasi po nung estudyante ako, hindi ako katalinuhan. Hindi naman ako honor student, di ba? I'm not one of those. I'm not the top 20. So I struggled with a lot of stuff, di ba? So I said, when I become a teacher, I put myself in my students' place. So my expertise is marketing. Hihimayin ko siya to the point na yung I mean, my no intention of insulting, pero ini-idiot proof ko siya. 'Di ba? Kasi pag hindi kasi naintindihan, I failed.
Valueless.
'Di ba? I failed. So ginaganon ko talaga siya. I assume that So yun, that was my epiphany, 'di ba? So my teachers who took the effort, to break it down to the barest. Yun ko. So I had to, so ganun, that's my brand as a teacher. Talagang bibiyakin ko siya na to the smallest
Oo, pero parang hindi masyadong politically correct yung idiot proof.
Sorry nga, so I had to say that.
That's another, Okay, sige. This one's
But
very
that's-
Jordan Dingler. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Sometimes people brand someone as bida-bida. Diba? Kasi visible all the time. So what you're saying, you have to be visible and all that. Pero they think bida-bida, or some may say bida-bida is a negative connotation.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
there will always be two sides to a coin. One side is bida-bida, the other side is initiative. Diba? The other side is masipag. The other side is sees it from a different light. Is progressive. So, maybe bring your initiative to an arena, to a forum where it will be appreciated. Not everybody will appreciate your initiative. It will be seen as bida-bida. Diba? So yun nga, also in marketing, ang sinasabi namin, who's your target market? Diba? Liwanagin mo kung sino kanino naka-focus o kanino yung, for the lack of a better word, kanino pinopromote yung initiative nyo. Diba? Kasi not everybody will. It's reality.
Correct. This one we got, but it's anonymous. Teacher na po ako for 20 years. Pwede
Wow.
ako magbago ng brand?
Nasa sa inyo po yun. Yung pagbabago po ay, that's a personal choice. Okay? Bakit ba hindi? Pero sabi ko nga, pag gusto po, may paraan. Pag ayaw, maraming dahilan. So, kung gusto niyo po kung gusto niyo po, gagawa niyo po ng paraan yan. I'm so sure.
Okay, thank you. That's a good answer. Eto, I'm gonna abuse you a little.
Go!
But this is a question that I got from
Go.
They're saying, very good session, sana more of this, but how can we connect this to the quality assuring initiatives of an institution? So this time, it's not just the brand of the teachers, but pwede rin yun, but the brand of the entire institution as well.
Well, yun na nga. With the brand of the institution, again, dapat maliwanag yung goal ng institution, di ba? Ano ba gusto nilang gawin nila? Kasi like, for example, I'm in charge of marketing and communication of the university. When I came in, the first mandate I realized was I had to take care of the brand. Ateneo, di ba? So tapos tinignan ko, may brand manual kami, may mga guidelines na hindi sinusunod. Diba? Kung ano pinagagawa sa SEAL, kung ano pinagagawa sa Blue Eagle, kung saan sinasalpak, di ba? No, really. And then they said, naku, Matek, ano, mapapaaway ka dyan. Sabi ko, alam mo, hindi. Pwede naman natin sabihin sa kanila, di ba, na, you know, this, our brand is a very important asset. It is how people, we know who we are, but the people outside, we want to make sure that they see us as the way we want them to see us. So, you know, I started yung mga gumagamit ng maling branding. Sulatan ko yung minimemo ko yan. Oh, we noted that it was the wrong use. Please correct it. Attached are the different choices that you may use. So, hindi ko lang sinasabing, mali po yan. Sinasabi ko ka, ay, nagkamali po siguro kayo, pero ito yung tama. So, ito pwede mong gamitin. Kasi hindi naman pwede umali yan. O, sabihin kasi ng tao, o ngayon, gagawin ko dito, umali. So, we help. Di ba? So, you know, it's a lot of support. So institution must be clear on who they are, what they want to be, and then put in the right mechanisms for it to happen. Kasi sabi nga namin, I was telling them nga, hindi na totoong build it and they will come. Hindi. You know, you have to put in the right values and then act on it. Kasi pwede right now, I'm sure all the teachers have the right core values, but have not and have the expertise. But they've not consciously put it together in order to build their brand. So it's action, you know, put that action together. That's why I said nga yung last slide ko, ang hirap, binasa ko na yung utak na, ang hirap naman, ang daming gagawin. Unti-untiin po ninyo.
But I caught that, you know, not many schools actually have. Are we live?
Yeah.
I caught what you said. Not many schools actually have a brand manual.
Diba?
Yeah.
Ano nangyayari, Doris, pag hindi mo binigyan ng manual at guidelines, nagiging interpretative dancing, di ba? Kung anong interpretation nila. Minsan lalagyan ng pakpak, lalagyan ng mga, ano nagagagawa ninyo dyan, di ba? Then it erodes the brand. So for example, I tell people here, can you stop using ADMO?
Yes.
Sabi ko, you were going to erode the name. I'm going to lose the name Ateneo. Stop it. So I don't know if you've noticed sa UAAP, sa games, we're the only university who uses Ateneo. Hindi ako nagpa-accept. I told the direct athletics director, Ateneo, ayoko ng ADMO. Yes. And people notice, sabi niya, bakit tayo ng Ateneo? Kasi gusto ko. Yeah, but that's also my comment during UAP games. So you start saying one big fight, and saying, ano ba yung one big fight university? Alin ba yun? So it's exactly, di ba? So kaya like now we have the volleyball team, the women's are playing in a off-season tournament. It's Shakey's. Sabi ko talaga sa manager, tinawagan ko, Renz, ano ba? Di ba sabi ko sa ayoko ng ADMO, tanggalin niyo yan. Stop. Tell them to stop referring to us as ADMO. We're Ateneo. And I'm very strict about people say it's arte, but no, that's your brand. You have to embrace it, you have to love it, you have to protect it.
Yeah.
Minsan,
it is all part of a framework, right? I can completely understand why you are doing this, why this should not be done. Kasi kung saan mo nga sinalpak yung logo na yan.
Diba? Kung saan nilalagay, diba? Katabi ng kung ano-ano eh. Like here, we have ang ano namin is, yung mga alumni minsan, diba, gagawa sila ng mga pang-homecoming, mga bebenta nila, diba?
Yes.
Yung mga souvenir. Okay, so ngayon dinadaanan nila sa office namin. May nagdaan a couple of years ago, ang ibebenta nila, ang souvenir daw was a rubber shoe, a sneaker. Okay. Ang design ba naman, ilagay yung sa may paanan, yung sa may heel, sa may likuran ng shoe. So you know the shoe, di ba, yung back heel sa likod.
Andun
yung silhouette ni San Ignacio na nakaluhod na ganun. Sabi ko, sira ba ulo nyo? Sabi ko, hindi. Bakit
hindi siya sa Loyola, nasa sapatos.
Oo. Nasa sakong ng sapatos yung founder ng mga Jesuita. Hindi. Sabi ko, ano yan? Sabi ko, hindi pwede yan. Kasi daw isa space. far. It's the wrong space. But see yung ganun, and eventually people start to see why. Pero yun na nga, di ba? It's a process. I was telling the team, guys, it's a process. You just need to be consistent. The guidelines are there. We call out everyone. I call out even Father Bobby. Di ba? Sabi ko nga, Father Bobby, you may not use that. In my ang logic ko lagi, yung presidente nga sumusunod, kayo pa. Di ba? So, don't me.
This one, yeah. Sige, Mate.
No, yun lang. So it's very, it's really, perception is reality, ladies and gentlemen, my co-teachers. Perception is reality. If you cannot control, you must try to control that perception. Otherwise, somebody else or some other institution will take away and distort the reality that you are.
So I'll go back to perception is reality later on. But we have a question here from Presi Lama from the PAC. How do you draw the line between personal, professional branding and representing the brand of the institution? Specifically when schools discourage teachers, say, from expressing their views, especially political views.
It depends kasi kung anong position ninyo eh. So it's a personal choice. Okay. So for example, like me, okay, because I'm known as marketing and communication, it was my personal choice not to be very vocal. At least not online. People know my inclination, people know my politics, but because I know I will be related, it can impact on my institution, I opt not to. It's a personal choice kasi may repercussion yun. I don't think it's being less professional, less personal. It's just that, it can get complicated. So from where I am, okay, but so, if I wanted, so I wouldn't put it out there kasi, or at the very least, you say na my opinion is not my institutions. This is my personal opinion. Yung outright, di ba, magdi-disclaimer ka na, ito sarili kong pananaw. Dito pananaw ng mga kapatid ko, ng pamilya ko, ng Ateneo de Manila. Hindi. If I really feel strongly, but my stance has always been, I just shut up. Kasi it becomes complicated.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks, Matek, for that. An option to my mind for some.
Yeah, it's an option. Yeah.
How they want to, how they proceed with such, possible complication. Ito interesting from LJ Abadian. At what point would I stop my personal branding strategy if I think it's not working? Or is there a personal brand that does not work?
Yes, because it's probably not targeting the right audience, okay, or it's not consistent with the goal. Okay, kasi remember we said we always start with a goal, diba? And remember the personal branding is supposed to help you meet the goal. Okay? So it's either hindi tama yung strategy, parang dapat kumaliwa ka. To get to the destination, kakaliwa ka dapat. Hindi, kumanang ka di ba? So hindi ka talaga aabot, hindi kayo magkikita. So dapat yun eh. That's why my first is please find out what your goal is, what you really want to achieve. Okay? Then do a review of your marketing mix. So your personality characteristics, your expertise, your core values. Okay? And then work on those. Work on the strategy building. So for example, ang gusto mo maging principal, let's say, kunyari lang, principal of this particular school. Okay? Kung yung core values mo, tsaka yung square lang yon hindi magkatugma, ay hindi kayo magkikita. Di ba? Kasi dapat may natural connection yun. So, your goal has to be very clear. Do you want to, can you change? Of course you can. You can always change your mind. Di ba? You can change your goal. You can always say na, mali pala hindi pala consistent yung goal ko sa kung sino ko. Di ba? Pwede kasing ganun mag-introspective ka ba? Sino ba talaga ako? Ano ba talaga gusto ko sa buhay? Ano ba yung pananaw ko? Ano yung conviction ko? Tapos hahanap ka ng aakma dun. I hope that answers it.
Yeah, but it's actually more complicated than that because it's
Yes,
not
it
the
is.
institution, it's who's leading the institution. You know,
That's also true. That's also true. Sometimes it's the leadership and not necessarily the institution. Yeah. And that's what I mean by I don't fight City Hall, Doris. Lalo kung tao. Isa, no na lang. No na lang. Masisira kilay ko sa kanya, no na lang.
This perception is reality. A while ago, you were talking about it. And I'd imagine, I think, of course, okay, this is not about teachers anymore, but this is for all of us who are part of the electorate. We know that politicians actually do a lot of branding, right?
Oh, yeah.
And some actually just spin it, right?
Yeah.
Not exactly authentic, or it's not really them, but they spin it so that they become more acceptable. The brand becomes more acceptable. This one tips naman as an advertising person. Yung truth in advertising. Can you give a few tips on paano ba mahuli na spin yan, hindi yan totoo?
Well, okay. Alam mo kasi, yung perception becomes reality. Ang sekreto doon is frequency. You keep saying it, di ba? The consistency of it. So for example, during the pandemic, one personality that fascinated me from a marketing and communications point of view was Rafi Tulfo. Okay, I kind of like, what's making this guy tick? Diba? Okay, so dahil pandemya, wala magawa lola mo, di ba? Kung sino na. So I was watching his videos. Okay, I was watching his programs. Then I realized he was satisfying a need. Okay, first need, he was providing justice at that social, that target audience. He was providing swift justice. Okay, that the other institutions are not providing. What was his form of justice? Public shaming. How do you do that? Media, kasi ang ano niya, what he has in his hands is media. Okay? So ginamit niya 'yon, okay? To provide justice to people. But you'll notice the kind of justice they seek for are very personal. 'Di ba? Ninakawan ng asawa, ng jowa, kinaliwa, all these other things, 'di ba? So, things that it's painful, but it's not deadly. Okay, but because of the nature of the injustice and it's also entertaining. Diba? So people are just glued to it. I remember I was in Baguio before. Wherever I go, people are holding the Usisera Marites and Miss. Bakit kaya? So consistency. So and then he says the same thing over and over. Ako bahala sa inyo, pabayaran ko yan. Paulit-ulit siya, di ba? But you notice, it's out of the 10 cases, it's all about the same. It's more or less the same. And it's just frequency. Ito naman nasasabihin ko, di ba? Tapos, so, and wala because no one else is providing. Yun yung sinasabi ko about branding and marketing. there's a need that needs to be met, or there is being met but not very well. So they look for options. So, ganun ang so you'll notice, tignan mo, ang pinakamalalakas nating politicians, yung LGU. Kasi naiintindihan ng tao yun eh. Di ba? Sabi yung mga LGU, di ba? Bukas ang 24, parang 7-Eleven ng mga bahay niyan, di ba? 24/7 yan eh. Hindi nagsasara yan. May pagkain lagi, may dadating. And that's the kind of governance and politics that our people sadly understand. Diba? Because it's the closest to their reality eh. It's the closest to their reality. So yun. Kasi kaya ganun yung nila, di ba? Di ba yung kwento before na merong isang kandidat, di ba, sasabihin, bago tumakbo lahat ng burol, pinuntahan, di ba? Pero yun yung naiintindihan kasi ng tao eh, ng target audience. So, understanding the target and their pain points they need. And I will use that's another term we use in marketing, pain points.
That's really true, no? Especially the nation, where we are right now as a nation, the incidence of poverty.
Yeah, Oo, talaga. Totoo naman. Pero talaga nung pandemic, pinanood ko talaga yung kay Rafi Tulfo. And I was like, kasi I was just so curious. Then I put all those, okay. Yun.
Going back now to teachers, their personal and professional branding, which is our topic this morning. Parang can you also give us tips on how effectively teachers should utilize social media in their initiatives to really brand themselves? Kasi siguro nung time natin di malakas yan ang SOCMED, but now it's pervasive, right? Alam mo, ang maganda sa social media, the sharing there is yung expertise ninyo. Di ba? You will always have a unique way of presenting a concept. Put it out there. Yung consistency. So for example, let's say math teacher kayo. Di ba? Math, hindi let's say ang thesis mo or ang mo is hindi totoong mahirap ang math. And then lagi mong you give examples of that. 'Di ba? Hindi totoong mahirap ang math. So and then so people then you build that siya yung math teacher na then even the idea of hindi totoong mahirap ang math, no, is imbibed. It becomes your brand, di ba? And then you help people, and then it gets spread out there. So you hit several things. You correct misconceptions. You encourage people to better understand it, di ba? You build your brand that way, di ba? And you make the thought of math as easy peasy, di ba? Kasi like me, I'm on social media because I'm very careful about not getting to the politics of things kasi politicized na ang university, di ba? So ang sabi ko, sige, what I will just talk about is my personal brand now is I'm a fit senior. I'm a senior, but I'm into staying healthy and staying well. So that's what I always post. I swam today, this is what I ate. I exercised today, this is what I did, di ba? Yung mga ganon. So yun yung inano ko. And then apparently it helps a lot of my friends my age na, yun, sinusubukan ko na rin. So then my friends will say, madali ba? Sabi ko, hindi, just start it. Umpisahan nyo lang. So yung ganon. So pick something. Again, building a brand is about focus.
Don't spread yourself too thinly.
That's nice. I want to catch that focus, no, because like right personally, I'm also very particular, no, even for the PAC, on what comes out on the official Facebook. And we cannot have anything that is off strategy, right? Or even the use of the language, no, or
Yes.
how it is even language. That's something that's like very
Yes, very careful. Yes. So yun na nga, but then again nga, if your personality is clear, di ba? If your character is clear, if your brand is clear, then it builds on. Ang pinakamahirap okay, ang pinakamahirap kasi is yung bipolar ka, you're on one end and the other, di ba? Or schizo ka, di ba? Ang dami mong persona, di ba? Hilong-hilo mga tao, di ba? Cannot be. And then this is the reality. That's why it's very important kung sino yung target audience mo. That's part of the focus. Diba? Because you really can't, and we tell this to my clients before, you can't, there's no one silver bullet that will hit everybody. Diba? So use that bullet well. Diba? Use that bullet well.
That's a very thought-provoking way of ending this session. That was really, really good. That was short and sweet, Mate. We probably will think of something else, not to this time probably for the entire institution, or I don't know. Very recently we've been discussing here in the PAC how to manage all of the questions about voucher application, and I kind of realized crisis management also in communications is also crucial for schools. So especially now that social media, it can very easily damage reputationally an institution.
Oh my God, yes. It just amplifies things so very fast and so very big. If you're not able to manage it, suddenly it's out of control. Yeah. Yep.
So we'll put together that next leader, Mate.
Yeah, sure.
And
I am at your I'm at your disposal.
yeah,
Always happy to do it.
regards to Father Bobby. Thank you for lending you to us. And yes, it's the Ateneo, not ADMI.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
And thank you to everyone who joined us this morning. I think I see a lot of you here, and we'd like to invite you to the future events of the Private Education Assistance Committee. But before that, we'd like to thank the Catholic Educational Association of the Philippines, the Philippine Association of Colleges and Universities for cross-posting this very, very interesting session. And we also would like to invite you to watch the recordings of the other leader sessions that we've had in the past. We've talked about fiscal discipline with Father John Young. We've talked about social media as a force for good by Christian Esguerra, John Neri talking about historical revisionism. So all of these recordings are available to all of you. You may use them for your faculty development activities, and these are all online. So we're inviting you to use these leader recordings. You're also all invited to the Philippine Education Conference. Registration is ongoing so that you will have seats. Please register the soonest. This will be in person, December 6 and 7 at the SMX. And we have a very good lineup of speakers, a lot of international experts. We'll be having the Senator Edgardo J. Angara lecture as well to be delivered by a Ramon Magsaysay awardee. So all of this are very, very useful for our school, especially now that post-pandemic, there's a lot of recovery that will have to be done by the schools and by the learners and all our education stakeholders. Other activities that we have are all focusing on the foundational skills. We have the PAC Marshall Cavendish Education Training Program on numeracy development in early childhood, 3 runs, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao. So please register at pac.org.ph. And then we are bringing back the PAC Marshall Cavendish Education Leadership Academy, this time focusing on the curriculum leader, the transformational leader, and the network leader. Networking was mentioned earlier on by Matek as also very important in terms of branding, not just the person, but the institution. We also are bringing back senior high school quality assurance. This is towards standards-based quality assurance for senior high schools. This will be running in November, all online. The instruments, the 2020 senior high school instruments are ready and may be utilized by the schools. This will all be made available after the training, which will be conducted in November. Those who already had the trainings in the last 2 school years will be releasing the instruments to all of you as well this October. Thank you to the members of the National Secretariat who actually did much of the work here. That's Pressy, that's Butch, Terrence, Red, Mayi, and Mark. And of course, all the units who were instrumental in Leader 8, Training and Development Unit, the IT and IM Unit, Communications and Research Unit, and the Finance Unit. So magandang umaga sa inyong lahat. Sana marami tayong natutunan. Personally, marami akong natutunan, maraming aha moments dito sa session na to. Happy National Teachers Month sa lahat ng ating mga guro. Laging sinasabi, ang mga overseas Filipino workers ay ang mga bagong bayani. Alam mo, ang matagal ng bayani ang mga guro sa Pilipinas. Magandang umaga sa inyo.